Hello, my dear audience, lovely friends. Welcome to the East-West Show. Today we're talking about a case. You remember last week you saw a discussion between me and my dear friend Tom Menzel about his story, about his manufacturer making doors, and about his lawsuit that he's facing, quote unquote. When that was aired, I received some questions via email, via telephone, and via text message, or even on social network asking about it. People feel it kind of hilarious, a little funny, so they want to get more. So that's why we do it one more time. With me, my friend Tom Menzel. He is president of Timely Industry, making doors. So you cross the country, you check door to doors. Those are the doors that they make. And as a matter of fact, in my office, he recognized the door frame he made, right? So that's Tom Door. So Tom, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you, Jack, for having me back.
Very
I appreciate
good.
It.
So next to Tom is a big man for the production, is production supervisor at the Timely Frame, Mr. Gustavo Manuz. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Don't look a long face. No, yeah, you don't owe me money. I don't owe you either, right? So we're friends. All right, so relax. Okay, now, he supervises the production. He knows exactly from A to Z the procedure. Okay, now, I started with Tom to tell me some basic. All right, so how many employees do you have?
Currently, we have 193 employees.
I see.
That work at Timely.
All together, all locations?
All together, it's one location located in Pacoima,
at
California.
One location, Pacoima.
Yes.
193.
Correct.
Okay, among the 193, how many are married with a family?
We have 52 immediate family members and 26 that are extended. So it's a large family.
I see. So altogether, if you count all the family members, how many in total? How many mouths that the business is feeding?
Probably 1,000.
Probably 1,000.
Yeah, maybe more.
Maybe more.
Yes.
All
maybe
right.
More.
All right. That's a big deal. How many years have you been with the Timely Industry?
I've been in Timely for 36 years.
36 years. That's 2 generations already.
Yes.
Huh? We take 18 for a generation. That's 2 generations already. All right. So, what they are suing you for?
Well, what happened was we had a disgruntled employee go to an attorney, and what they decided was we weren't taking our lunch within a period of 5 hours. Additionally, we had a safety incentive, and the safety incentive was just a way to, reward employees for staying safe. It wasn't a very large amount, but that was misclassified according to the suit. So between the lunches and the lawsuit, it could cost the company millions of dollars.
So for the 5 hours lunch rules, are they applying any laws or anything?
Yes, there is a law that you have to take your lunch within 5 hours.
Yeah, what is the name of the law?
Well, what it is we were sued under what's called PAGA, the Private Attorney General Act. So the disgruntled employee becomes the private attorney, and when that person became the private attorney, it became a lawsuit against the company, and that person represented all the employees. It was a class action lawsuit,
okay,
whether they wanted to be or not.
Yeah. What was the complaint?
The complaint was we weren't taking our lunch within a period of 5 hours.
And what happened as a consequence?
The consequences are right now we're trying to fight it with the state, and the state is investigating it. But normally these lawsuits are multi-million-dollar settlements, and the attorneys are the ones that usually end up with the most amount of money.
All right. Okay, we'll go to that part. We'll go to that part later. But right now, let me ask you, Gustavo. You feel that you feel anything uncomfortable of delaying your lunch, or having a lunch ahead of time or with a flexible schedule of eating lunch?
Not at all.
Not at all. No. Not at all. Are you yourself alone, or majority of your folks think that way?
I lunch by myself and I co-worker.
Your coworkers do think that way. Right? Now that you are a supervisor of production, though, and how many workers are under your supervision?
53.
53.
53.
Okay. Among the 53, how many are those who never cared about the lunch hours?
Probably all.
Probably?
Probably everybody doesn't care about the middle hours.
So, and how many do not care that much about the lunch hours?
I would say, the 53.
53.
Okay.
That's 100%.
Yep.
Yes.
53 out of 53, that's 100%. In other words, nobody complains about swapping around hours to delay lunch or have lunch a little earlier than scheduled, whatever. Right?
Nobody.
You tell me why people decide not to eat right now, rather eat later, or to pick a time to eat together. Why do you do that?
Because to have a lunch around at 9:15 is too early for us.
Because what?
It's too early for us. To take a lunch at 9:15, which is normally was taken for everybody 11:10. And so for us, 9:50 is too early.
Okay.
For lunch.
9:15 is too early, so you're not hungry yet.
No.
And yet the law says you have to eat. Am I right?
Right.
Correct.
Oh yeah, same thing. In China there's a Peking duck. You know the duck? The Peking duck. The ducks are fed on hourly basis. All right. What they do, they put the beak onto a rack, hold it, that goes in because the time says you need to eat. You run your business that way? What?
No, not
No,
at all.
you don't.
No.
You don't.
No.
You're not hungry. 9:15 is not an hour to feel hungry, and the law says you want to eat.
You
refuse to do so. Am I right? The 53 of your employee under your supervision refuse to do so. They will do rather 11:15,
That's correct.
and yet 11:15 past the time limit.
Correct.
That's a
correct.
joke. Am I right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, and people say that the benefit of eating at certain hours would get a kind of group, so they can eat, they can chat. Is that true?
Yes, because most of the people they've been working for so many years, they are like a family. So they have that kind of relationship, like like a family. So they prefer to stay together and having lunch together.
All right. Okay. So they're happier that way.
They are.
Am I right?
Yes.
They are happier that way. Okay. Now, Tom, it is not a hard case to prove. And now that I'm not only on your side, I'm on the truth side. The truthfulness is that, okay, even the law says you want to eat at 9:15, the workers say, I'm not hungry then, right?
Correct.
So, point number one. Point number two, I want to delay my hours so that I can eat together with my own folks, whereby I can chat, because we're like families.
Correct. Normally, Jack, we would shut the entire factory down, and everybody would eat lunch together. They would eat in different groups, but everybody had their lunch together, and there was no production, nothing going on. It was an uninterrupted
All right,
lunch.
the lunch break.
Correct.
It's uninterrupted lunch hours, right? And there's a lunch break, which is even better.
Correct. Now you have people taking lunches at all different times. We have employees that have been here for a lot of years that are angry because they're not able to eat with husbands or wives. They're not able to eat together. And the fact of the law is some people would only be 10 minutes past the 5-hour period.
Okay, last question. Mr. Gustavo Manuz, you want to swear that you tell everything, choose nothing but truth, right?
I swear.
I'm asking you one question.
Okay.
If called, are you willing to testify that I don't want to eat at 9:30?
I swear.
You will.
Yes, I will.
You will swear to the system that you tell the truth you do not need that kind of quote-unquote PACA protection.
I will.
Are you, am I right?
Yes. you're
All right.
right.
So you got a witness, right?
Correct.
Yeah. You get testimony, all right? So my dear audience, it is not that I want to get into an individual case. It is justice I want to get involved, right? Me, normally, if it's talking about politics, I take no stand. If you are talking about being right or wrong, I seriously support what's right. So that's why I chose to get involved. Tom is not paying me, not even a penny. I mean, so far. Even later, you decide that's a different story, right? Okay, I'm kidding. All right. This is totally talking about what is justice. All right. Let's take a very short moment out. And when we do the next segment, we'll take another witness to testify the case. All right. So we'll be right back. Hello, my lovely audiences. Welcome back to the discussion about the Tom Manzo case. Like I said, I told you already, I really want to get involved with what's being right, what's being wrong, because this is the quality of a man, right? Without that quality, you don't deserve to be sitting here doing this job. This is how seriously I take this issue. The issue being Mr. Tom Manzo and the small business operator at the timely industry making doors. Oh, you check all across country, probably residential, industrial, those doors. Hotels are made by Tom. Clumsy pair of hands, but making doors that are good, right? Anyway. And hiring 193 employees, counting the size of the family, this one manufacturer supports at least 1,000 mouths. When California is crying for business, this is one of the good role model. If everybody runs the manufacturer that feeds 1,000 mouths, we're better off. We're heaven, right?
Yes, I agree.
We're in heaven, right? So, unfortunately, something happens. Okay, what happened to you? One more time.
Well, what
happened? Make it a constant call every segment, please.
Yes, what happened was we got sued under the Private Attorney General Act, PAGA, and a PAGA lawsuit can be brought off by a disgruntled employee, and they represent all of the employees, and it becomes a class action lawsuit. Mm-hmm. And the reason we're being sued is because we weren't taking our lunch within a period of 5 hours. Also, we had a safety incentive, a small safety incentive, that was misclassified incorrectly. Mm-hmm. Because of these two things, it could cost the company millions of dollars.
All right, good. All right, good. Very good. In other words, we'll talk about the incentive later, because obviously they are kind of misrelated to each other. Right?
Correct.
To make a point. Right?
Correct.
Now, next to Tom is my new friend, beautiful Marisa Torres. So Marisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Very good. And may I ask you something personal?
No problem.
Are you married?
I am.
Oh, nobody has a chance. Oh my God, that's bad. But good part is that you have kids.
I do.
Right. How many years are you with Timely?
18.
18 years. That's a generation.
18 years.
Ah, Gustavo was working. He's been working for 36, and you work for 18.
Yes.
All right, good. You go 18 by increment? What? Always 18, right? So. And as a mother, how old are the kids, by the way?
They're 23.
They're 23, right? As a mother, how important are the flexible hours to you?
Very important.
How, please?
Well, both of my sons had the opportunity to work part-time in Timely. Mm-hmm. The company gave them the opportunity.
Both your sons work at the business. The business you work, same business?
Yes.
Ah.
They had the opportunity, they needed a part-time job, and they applied because they were going to college. Mm-hmm. And Timely gave them the opportunity.
I see.
So they had different schedules, and we were able to eat together. Now with the new law.
With the PAGA.
With the PAGA.
Thanks to PAGA.
Yes.
you finally have to eat separately.
Yes,
So why?
because of the different schedule, they were not allowed to.
What if you choose that way?
It wasn't chose by us.
Now, what if you choose to treat yourself that way? All right?
Well, we like to eat together.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
All right. And can I give you an example? Doctor says you're not supposed to eat, say, eggs, right? I said, thank you, doctor. I love eggs, all right? Okay, what's wrong? Problem? No, I don't have a problem. How about that? That's a big argument, Tom.
Yes, it
So,
is.
so now, the PAGA, the PAGA thing, Private Attorney
General
General
Act.
It took me quite some time to practice these letters. Okay, for the PAGA thing, when once it is called a law, the law must have a target to attack and a target to protect, right? Can you, Marisa, tell me what is this law targeting? What is this law protecting, please?
They're targeting us.
Huh?
They're not helping us at all as employees.
In other words, the law is not protecting you at all.
I don't see it. I don't see any protection.
You don't see why it protects you.
No.
All right. Is it commonly understood among your coworkers that this PAGA does not protect you guys?
Well, with coworkers that I have talked about it, we don't see any help to employees.
And
They're
on the
not helping us.
contrary, where is it heading? South? North? Or nowhere? Or nowhere, right?
Right.
So Tom, I myself, okay, let me give you some basic. Human are gregarious. You know the term gregarious? Gregarious, right? For those they want to get together, they want to stay together. Human tend to be gregarious, right? So as a animal, right? As human, we have friendship, we have a family, we have relations, right?
Correct.
Okay. It is good under the same roof, in the same working environment. You get bills paid, kids fed, and you have a friendship. You go in a very peaceful environment, and you have fun, right? So rather than a long-faced robotic system, so Tom, you really have a case. You have a case strong in your case, in your hand.
I mean, our goal was just to be flexible with our employees, because a lot of people start at different times. And they start at different times because, again, some people, they want to get their kids off to school. Some want to be home when they get from school. Sometimes they might have something as simple as a doctor's appointment.
Like Marisa's case.
Correct.
Both her son applies college, right? They have work flexible hours.
Correct.
As a mother, food, of course. That's your first priority, to make sure that they eat right. Even if you're not eating, you have to supervise how they eat. So that's what we call mother. So now you're talking about the whole thing is turned over to talk about the law protecting our folks, and in your case, the folks are not protected. So Marisa, and you have only 2 sons?
Yes.
It's only 2 sons, right? So, what do your sons say about those not being able to eat with mother?
Well, they were not happy.
They're not happy. So, how many among the workers that you handle, your position is, you are the
Customer service.
customer service, right? Okay. So, how many are in the same similar position like mother that you are?
Well, I don't know I think none of us, the other, have kids anymore. But we like to eat together.
Okay.
enjoy the same time and talk.
Because even customer service sometimes will come in at different hours because we want to answer calls on the East Coast and things like that.
Even my employee eat the same time.
Right.
The same time. We have a cafeteria. Oh, now, okay, back to me. To us, I'll give you an example. We have night shift. Some folks here starting 4 o'clock or something like that, right? And then they eat when they are hungry. That's it. We never say what time you want to eat, what time you're not eating. They eat, they're hungry. And lots of folks still get together and they even share lunch. Hey, you want to try mine? My husband cook it. I never cook, like something like that. Oh, ladies say that. Ladies always tend to say that. My husband says cook, right? I never do, okay, like that. So that's a good thing. That's sharing, right? Why not? Okay. Marisa, like I asked Gustavo, if asked, will you testify in court?
Yes,
You think your boss is innocent or guilty?
he's innocent.
Innocent.
The company has treated us with respect all the time.
Very good, very good.
Yes.
And you have another testimony.
Yes,
You have another supporter.
correct.
So you have a win-win case. Don't worry about it. You have a media supported. All right?
Thank you, Jack.
So, my dear audience, my lovely friends, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to make a point that Tom Menso is sued for nothing. All right? And he only meant to be doing things good, and he is the family. I mean, he's the supporter of 1,000 people, 1,000 mouths, right? So, and with customer service, Marisa Torres, and then there is one more testimony that nobody is hurt, but right now everybody is hurt because they cannot eat together. All right, so let's wrap up this segment, and when we start next segment, we still have, oh my God, what a long list. We have another witness, so testimony. So stay with us. We'll be right back, please. Hello, my dear friends, lovely audience, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show, East West Show, the G&E TV. My name is Jack Xiao. I'm really getting very serious on the subject we're talking about. It is a friend of mine, Mr. Tom Menso. I help him not because he's a friend of mine, because I'm helping justice. I believe what's right, what's wrong. I have that very basic as my quality. Today with me is my friend Tom Menso on my right-hand side, president of Timely Industry, making doors, the steel metal doors. And next to him is the scheduler, Chitra Som. And how many years have you been with Timely Frame?
Almost 27 years.
Almost 27 years.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
27 years is a lot of years. You know that?
Yes.
Right. That's more than a quarter of a century. Right. There's always a cliche, right? If you stay with a business, with a job for over 10 years, it must be good. Otherwise, you'll be gone. You will gone. In your case, you will be gone 2.7 times already. Right? And in Gustavo's case, he's been gone for 3.6 times already. If the business is not good, if the boss is not treating you good, right? If the salary, if everything is not good, if somebody gets suffer from hunger, right? Because of lunch schedule or lunch hours, so people are gone. Now the 193 are still sticking with you.
Correct.
They are not leaving you.
No. But they're not happy about the new lunch schedule.
Of course,
Not at all.
Even I'm not happy with you. All right. So, okay, now you're a scheduler.
Yes. Yes.
What do you do at the job?
I just put all the order in together and make sure they can run the production in the group. Like make sure the run, the color, the size, everything in order.
I see.
And then make it easy for the production to cut it.
I see. All right, very good. And how many workers are under your supervision?
Only 3.
Only 3. Very good. You got a small group,
Yes.
right? So for your small group, you prefer to eat lunch together?
Sometimes, but you know what? Like I eat with my friend, but they decide to eat with their own friend. Like they make their own relationship. We allow it.
All right. How do you know about workers? The workers, the hand-on operation for them, how important it is to a scheduler that they eat together?
It's very important because they feel like release their tension sometimes. They can enjoy the lunch together and then they can chat, like relaxing.
I see.
At
As a
lunchtime.
scheduler, let me ask you, there are options. There are 2 ways to run a manufacturer. Way number 1, to pause at a certain hours, everybody eat, which is you do, right? And the way number 2, and the way B is that everybody runs different schedules, 8, 9, 10, 11:30, or whatever, right? So as a scheduler, which one do you prefer?
I prefer like they can be able to tell me like hey, you know what? If I have a choice, I would like to eat, with my friend, at this time, and then spend time together, and then they will have a relaxing time, eating and chatting together.
Then lunch break is the way, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you prefer to have lunch at even postponed hours, right? So does that have anything to do with the safety incentive?
For the safety, the one we have, we try to motivate people to try to be careful and safety, and then it's very good.
It has nothing to do with lunch, does it?
Nothing to do with lunch.
I see. Like I do with my wife, every time she picks up the cooking knife, I said, honey, make sure you count your fingers when done. Like that kind of a safety, kind of like a warning.
Correct.
Right? Thing. That doesn't have anything to do with lunch, right? In other words, are you testifying that your choices of choosing hours, either to push it up or push it away, has nothing to do with the incentive?
No.
How big the incentive?
Not much, under $1,000.
Under $1,000.
Correct.
Okay, if it's $1 million, probably, right?
Right.
So if it's $1 million, there's the worst, big enough to kill even, like that kind. So, okay, now, when you can say this has nothing to do with the incentive, when you asked at court, will you testify this has anything to do with the incentive or anything to do, well, nothing to do with the incentive?
Nothing to do with incentive.
Nothing to do with the incentive, right?
But that's the attorney's way of trying to get more money from a company, is what they do is they call it stacking. So the attorneys will say, well, check your time clock, did you round your hours correctly, you didn't take your lunch right, the safety incentive was misclassified, so they try to pile on as much as they can to make that lawsuit bigger so the attorneys can get more money. That's the whole reason the safety incentive was brought into it.
Another word, of course, the other day you and I mentioned about the event that we all went for a Friday in Pasadena afternoon, right?
Correct.
We're talking about the whole system. The whole system is making laws, some of which are so bad that hurt our California economy and even hurting ourselves, right? Can you testify if asked at another case, another court, to give this as examples how California is being hurt?
Yeah, I would tell this to anybody and everybody I can. I mean, the state, the bottom line is, they don't have the right to tell us what time we have to take our lunch. We as adults should have the right to decide when we want to take our lunch. We provided them, time for lunch. We provided them uninterrupted lunch. They got all their breaks. It's just because of a flexible schedule, we're being penalized. And that's not right.
It is so confusing. It is so confusing.
People don't believe it.
Yeah. So, and I asked Gustavo and Marisa. None of them say they are the ones being protected.
Correct.
And then, to you, who the quote unquote law is protecting?
They're not protecting us at all, because we should be able to choose how to take lunch, when and where. Like your own family, you have your different rule in your own family. You should have that right. Yeah.
And if the laws are not protecting you, who do they protect?
Seems like they protect the lawyer a lot.
The lawyer, all right. So in that case, actually, who will get the money?
Oh, the attorneys.
You're talking about class case, right?
They end up with the bulk of the money, the attorneys.
All right. So do the people, the participants in the kind of going nowhere of a class action, do they get money? Or the lawyers get money?
They'll get some money, but the majority of the money goes to the attorneys. Kind of like the what you said at the Pasadena about you got a check for 6 cents.
For six pennies.
Right, same thing.
And yesterday, it was exactly yesterday, I received a letter from a firm saying that we know that you are owner of 2013 Chrysler C300. And now that you are owner of Chrysler C300, you might have suffered the following. They tell me what I suffer from. Right. Reluctant engine start, right? Sudden stop, right? And so on and so forth. If any of the above happens to be your case, you let us know. If anything you experience that's not listed there, you let us know. I'm asking the writer, what is the writer asking for? Trouble. Am I right?
Correct, absolutely.
Our system, if I say, so do you or do you not agree with me if I say the following? Our system creates a bunch of people who think that way, who work that way. Do you agree with me?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
She says definitely.
Yes.
Chitra Song says definitely. I got myself third supporter. You got yourself third supporter. You will be able to testify in court if it needs you, right?
Absolutely.
All right, good. My dear audience, as I feel more confident, all right? So today we're talking about Tom Menzel being sued out of nothing. It's about lunch hours. The law PAGA says you have to eat every 5 hours. I don't think so. I eat 6 hours. Sometimes I eat 8 hours, right? So I choose my own lifestyle. Come on, all right? So for that, he gets sued for almost estimated $2.5 million. So let's take a break. When we come back, we take another testimony, please. Hello, my dear audience, lovely friends, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Californians. Welcome back to the show, talking about California being hit badly by laws that we made to tie ourselves to a point that we have, number one, to suffer from the bad economy. Number two, our business are running out of California. And number three, there are lots of more complaints than anybody saying anything positive. And you're going negatively, down and down and down to the south until someday even the culture gets rotten. Right? So today with the case, I want to say it again, my good friend Tom Menzel being sued for $2.5 million just for a lunch hour. It's a joke already. It's a joke. You can't help not laugh. You can't help laughing over the case, all right? Now, next to him is another testimony. Is his shipping manager, Javier Santos. Javier, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, no wonder you're doing shipping. You're big. All right, good, very good. Okay. Tell me what happened to you, your lunch hours.
When the new schedule changed, I can eat with my friends anymore. So we can spend time with him, because we have different times to eat.
So now how you guys eat?
So I eat with my wife. She's working timely, give the opportunity
I see.
to work.
Your wife works timely too.
Yeah.
So now are you able to eat together with your lovely wife?
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You are able now.
Yeah.
All right, very good. So were you able before?
I eat with my friends.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But right now, she wants to know my friends who spend my time. But I can't stay with my friend now because everything changed. We have new schedules.
I see. In other words, you lost contact with your friends, right?
Yeah.
Because the lunch hours is the only moment that they can communicate,
Yeah.
right? Otherwise, you go home, you go my home, I go my home, everybody goes, and then lunch hour is the only moment they can communicate. So you lost contact with your friends.
Yeah.
You deserve a lawsuit, right? Sue the law. You sue the law.
Yeah.
You want to sue the law, the PAGA law, for disabling you keep connection with your friend. So what he says is what he says true.
Yeah, I mean, all the schedules have changed, and I mean, because of that, it's more difficult to manage, you know, who's working, who's not working. And the reality, again, is the state is not protecting us, they're hurting us. And they're really going to hurt us when we have to pay, you know, the penalties and the fines.
So are you paying or are you fighting?
We're fighting, and we're going to fight, yes.
Are you aware of the consequences if you lose?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, we are.
And describe it, please.
Well, if we have to spend $2 or $3 million on this particular lawsuit, you know, there's a chance we could end up laying off people. We would have to downsize, you know, potentially maybe move.
What will happen to Javier if you lose?
You know, unfortunately, I don't know. I mean, you know, Javier's been with us 11 years.
And what happened to Gustavo?
I don't
What
know.
happened to Marisa?
Yeah, or Chitra.
And Chitra.
Right.
Oh, you got lots to worry about.
That's
Right?
why I'm fighting, Jack.
You got 193 to worry about.
I'm fighting for the 193 employees.
Right, very good, very good, very good, very good. So, how long has the lawsuit been going on?
It started December of last year.
December of last year.
Correct.
It's about a little older than half a year.
Correct.
Right. Where is it convenient to say where is it about?
Well, right now,
Have you done any hearing, anything? yet?
nothing yet, because we're contesting it with the state. We're telling the state what you're doing to our company is wrong.
All right, good.
And they're investigating it.
I see. Okay. Now, in addition to handling what happens with the law procedure from that and that whole process, are you trying to contact with the state legislature?
Correct. We've been contacting
Telling
local
them the
politicians,
PAGA
everything. Yes.
PAGA is a piece of trash.
Yes, it's very bad. It's hurt a lot of companies. We even made a website, www.pagascam.com.
Say it again.
www.pagascam.com. So other companies who get put in this situation are able to look it up and find out information on everything.
All right, good.
And Jack, with the state investigating, I think the state has a really good opportunity with our company as an example to prove they're going to do what's right and protect us from the attorneys and protect us from a law that's only helped the attorneys.
It's going to hurting everybody. You're going to hurt everybody.
It's hurting everybody.
Let me ask you, Javier, if your boss, Tom, loses, which means he has to lay you off, when you are laid off, and your wife too, what will happen?
In this time, it's hard to find another job.
Find another job.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we help with family in El Salvador, so it's more hard to find new work.
Okay, you can't find a job back home, so now here you get laid off together with your wife. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many?
One.
One. So at least a family of 3 will suffer.
Yeah, but I help my mom and my dad too.
He's helping his parents. In other words, you are supporting him by providing him a job. The job feeds 1, 2, 3, more, 5 mouths. Am I right?
Correct, yes.
That's how important. So please not lay him off. Right. Gustavo, maybe Gustavo, you try that? Try him? or Marisa. Marisa has only 2 sons, right? And come on. The law is really pushing you to a corner that you have no choice, Tom, but fight.
Yes.
Fight back.
And that's why, Jack, I'm grateful that you're helping me.
And fight back.
And helping the 193 employees.
Yes. Fight back bravely, relentlessly, and fearlessly, because we believe you do the right thing. Am I right?
Yes, thank you.
All right. In other words, the third route, have you reached to the public?
We're trying.
For example, sending out flyers, putting up advertising, tell everybody about the story.
That's our next step, but we've gotten into several newspaper articles and things
Not
like
only
that.
website, using the social network, to motivate all 193 of your employees. Folks, let's do our self-protection. Let's fight a battle. Everybody, when you have a moment to sit there yourself, use your social network to let everybody know the PACA thing is a trash. I almost said a bad word. That I will have to excuse myself of. But when you're pushed to that much, you can help. Right. So you think that will make some sense?
I absolutely agree with everything you're doing. That's what we're trying to do. That's a lot of the steps we're taking.
Very good. Javier, what does your wife do at job?
She is packing. She's in production. But she likes it. She loves that job.
Oh, how many years? How long has she worked there?
Oh, she's new. She have 4 months.
4 months. And how many years? How long have you worked here at Tommy?
11.
11 years. See, 11 years.
He made it past 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
11 years is the shortest. Among the 4 employees that we have today.
Correct.
Right. Gustavo 36. Right, and Chicha Song 27, and Marisa 18. Oh my God, I have a good memory. Right? All right, that surprises me. All right, and Harvey 11. So I said 10 years the mark. Right, after 10 years, that's a good job. I wanna hang on to, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's win. Let's fight. Let's win. All right. My dear audience, once again, I would like to declare what I say represents myself, only myself, my personal opinion. However, I believe I'm good enough to represent what's right and what's wrong, right? So I choose to stand on his side. It's because there's nothing of politics. It is about everybody's mouth, everybody's pocket, every family, husband, wife, kids, parents, right? Right. So we wish Tom have the guts to keep on fighting, and we wish him good luck. Wish him a win. To Gustavo, to Marisa, to Chitra, and to Javier, thank you very much to testify. Oh, I have to get your testimony. When called, if necessary, when called, will you testify in court that this man is innocent?
Yes.
You will.
Yeah. I will.
Definitely, right?
Definitely.
Okay. And all of them are willing to testify that their boss is doing the right thing to support them. And if you cannot give him a medal, at least do not punish him. All right? So that's conclusion, right? And if I were you, if I were the legislator, I'll give you some kind of a Jack Chow medal. Good. A president of nothing. President of nothing medal, something like that. Right? Anyway, all right. My dear audience, we're a little over time, but we're happy about it. And I feel that I finally did something I feel good about. So to my audience, thank you very much. To Tom, good luck to you. And to everybody supporting Tom, thank you very much too.